Let's break down the minimum level for every hero equipment so you can start using them in your attacks. Starting with the Barbarian King, we have the Rage Vial. This is perfect starting at level 1 due to the 12% damage increase you'll get, but it doesn't offer much of a movement speed increase. Since you are pairing it with the Giant Gauntlet more often than not, getting it to level 9 is ideal for the larger 140% damage increase while gaining a good increase in your King's movement speed, HP, and DPS. Speaking of the Giant Gauntlet, having this around level 15 to start with gives your King a solid 40% damage reduction for 15 seconds, which is more than enough when paired with the Rage Vial's damage and speed increase. This also gives your King enough DPS and a bit of self-healing to help out when he's not taking damage at all. His Earthquake Boots, on the other hand, can already open any level of wall at 8 tiles starting at level 1, but you mainly want the damage percent it does to all buildings within its radius. So getting it up to level 6 at least will give it enough damage percent at 30%, which allows it to pair very well with the Spiky Ball anytime you're using the Barbarian King inside the base. With the Vamp Stash, getting it to around level 12 enables your King to get 200 HP back per hit while also getting a decent amount of DPS increase and attack speed increase. This allows the equipment to be used with the Spiky Ball in situations where you need funneling and don't have access to the Snake Bracelet just yet, but you can use my creator code CorruptYT to support me and the channel. Speaking of which, the Snake Bracelet should be around level 21 before you start using it. It allows your King to have enough total HP with its HP increase of 3,150 to survive on the outside of the base while funneling. It also gives you a small increase to the King's DPS and attack speed, which do make a difference when you pair it up with the Spiky Ball as he wanders the outside of the base. The Spiky Ball, on the other hand, has its minimum level set to level 18. This is a great time to start using it, as the Spiky Ball will target 7 buildings while dealing 2,500 damage to each building. This also gives your King a solid 171 DPS increase and 2,278 HP increase, allowing you to pair it with equipment like the Earthquake Boots, Vamp Stash, or Snake Bracelet. Up next is the Archer Queen, where we kick off with the Giant Arrow, which depends on the air defense or sweeper level you're dealing with. If you're Town Hall 9, you should get it to level 9 so it can deal with air defenses from Town Hall 9 and below, along with all air sweeper level. If you're between Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 13, getting it to level 12 allows you to remove each Town Hall's air defense level. And if you're between Town Hall 14 and Town Hall 18, I would just max out the equipment at level 18, as its buff in the previous Town Hall 18 update gave it enough to snipe any level air defense from that point on. As for the healer puppets, getting this equipment around level 15 will grant you an additional healer in addition to 32 self-healing and a 750 HP increase to your queen. All in all, this gives your queen much better survivability than her default equipment and can be paired with the Magic Mirror or Giant Arrow for great success. With the action figure, you'll want to start using this equipment around level 21 as the Giant's HP and DPS starts to really increase with 12,500 HP and 550 DPS at this level, while also giving your queen a bit of self-healing along with a DPS and HP increase. If you decide to upgrade it from here, its HP and DPS scales up a lot, making it one of the few equipment to continue upgrading past their minimum level for insane value, especially when paired with the Magic Mirror or Giant Arrow. Speaking of the Magic Mirror, having this around level 18 to start with gives you an additional cloned queen, which allows you to have a lot more DPS on the base with all 3 queens combined, while also granting you a decent amount of HP increase and HP recovery. So pairing this with the action figure is often worth doing, since the tanking of the Giant gives your queens enough time to dish out plenty of damage. As for the Frozen Arrow, it's not really worth the ores due to it being completely outclassed by her other epic equipment, while also being very niche. So if you did really want to invest into it, getting it to level 24 for the DPS increase and slow on defenses is what to look for, but I don't recommend putting any ores into this one. Moving over to the Minion Prince, we have his henchman puppets first. Similar to some of the other equipment, level 1 is perfectly fine for it, especially if you just need the henchman to tank air traps for your prince. But if you also need the DPS increase for your Minion Prince, having it around level 12 will give your prince 131 more DPS along with tankier henchmen. However, for the Dark Orb, using this from level 15 and onwards is ideal due to the 45% slow that you get on defenses while also lasting for 15 seconds. This wide slow is so impactful at this level, especially when paired with equipment like the Henchman Puppets, Dark Crown, or Metal Pants in different strategies. As for his Metal Pants, having this around level 12 is a great place to start using it, specifically for its 13-second duration and 62% damage reduction, giving you more than enough when using it to keep the minion prince protected along with the Dark Orb. With the Noble Iron, it's not really worth putting ores into, but if you do want to use it, level 12 is the sweet spot to start using it, as it gives your prince a 630 damage increase with each projectile, a 10.5 tile range, and 6 total attacks with the Noble Iron, making it perfect to pair with the Angry Jelly. The Dark Crown, on the other hand, is better off around level 21 due to its 24% increase to the prince's HP and DPS, making the prince tankier and deal more damage, making it perfect to pair up with the Dark Orb in mostly dragon-related strategies. As for the Meteor Staff, this is another equipment that really isn't worth upgrading due to various factors, but if you do want to invest into it, you need to have it around level 24 or above, as the cooldown needs to be low enough to take advantage of the damage that hits on defenses, so it needs a lot of investment to really be decent. Next up is the Grand Warden, where we'll start with his Eternal Tome. Using this equipment starting at level 12 is the most ideal, as it offers you enough time with its 7.2 seconds of invulnerability. The Rage Gem, on the other hand, is quite strong to have around level 15, as it offers 45% damage buff to all troops, including healers, who will heal 45% more. Heroes will only get half of the buff at 22.5%, but it's quite nice, especially when paired with survivability equipment like the Eternal Tome and Healing Tome. As for the Healing Tome, this equipment should be around level 12 to start using it, as it offers 120 healing per second while also lasting for 19 seconds, making it perfect to pair with equipment like the Rage Gem or Eternal Tome in plenty of situations. Likewise, the Fireball is very good to have starting around level 24, as at this level it has a 6-tile radius, allowing you to get a lot more defenses while also being able to clear all defenses except for the Super Wizard Tower with 2 Earthquake spells. When paired with the Rage Gem, you will have a lot more DPS for the Warden with the Fireball's DPS increase. However, with the Lavaloon Puppet and Heroic Torch, I recommend not investing ores into these, as they are currently not strong enough to be used compared to the other Warden equipment. Finally, we have the Royal Champion, where we first have her Seeking Shield. Despite being fairly niche, it's nice to have it around level 15, as it does 2,250 damage per building, making it a solid option to pair with the Rocket Spear if your champion is used on the back end. Speaking of the Rocket Spear, starting at level 18, you can use this due to it gaining 770 damage per spear, along with having 9 total spears, which makes it very good to have in plenty of situations, whether she's inside the core of the base or clearing defenses on the back end. As for Hog Puppets, using this starting around level 15 allows it to spawn level 9 Hog Riders, which is a big deal, as anything else will be far weaker. This in turn gives you some nice support for defensive targeting troops, along with some nice survivability. With the Haste Vial, having this around level 15 to start is great, as it gives your Royal Champion a 100% attack speed increase, along with a slightly faster movement speed and duration. This is great, especially when using Royal Champion charges deep in the core of the base. Speaking of which, the Electro Boots are one of the equipment where investment doesn't entirely matter, so level 1 can be a solid level to start using it. But if you want to invest into this equipment, having it around level 9 is great, as it offers more than enough damage to really be used in any situation. Now that each equipment and their minimum levels are broken down, here is every equipment at a glance to show you what level you can start using each equipment to smash bases. If you're wondering which equipment to upgrade first per hero, check out my complete upgrade guide to hero equipment, but YouTube says this video is something you'll like too.